Welcome everybody to this webinar. I'm Karthik. I have with me my colleagues Pradeep and Arbuda with me as well, and also from our architect and NLP team, Mixit and Chintan with me as well. So welcome everybody. Hope all of you are keeping safe. And we are launching Smart and Clickless Analytics, that is NLP based search analytics. And this is the webinar to give you a brief introduction and actual tour of the NLP capabilities that we have developed. So as you guys know, just little bit about Smarten. I mean, one of the very few tools in the market today that combines both traditional and modern BI analytics capabilities in one platform. So right from traditional report and dashboards, cross-tab and tabular and geo maps and stuff, all about analyzing the data of the past. We have also added augmented analytics capabilities, self-serve data prep, where business user or someone in IT with no ETL expertise can prepare his data on his own without any scripting or SQL queries. Assisted predictive modeling that helps business users with no data science background to create, share, and use predictive models on their own. And now this clickless analytics where users can just ask questions like Google and they will get answers driven by the context driven NLP engine that we have developed. So a little bit about the NLP search analytics. This is not just the column filter based NLP or filters that we see around. I mean, this is much more context driven, the context of how the human interact with each other, how do we use these phrases, terms and context in our day-to-day language of conversation. So it understands context like seasons and festivals and holidays. It understands synonyms and phonetics and abbreviations. It auto identifies the geo places and persons with help of machine learning to help you identify and give you the right answers. It understands absolute and relative time series in your natural language as well. uh, Rank and polarity, say sales is higher the better, discount is lower the better. So it understands rank as well as polarity, all driven by machine learning and a lot of NLP capabilities that we have bundled. It understands WH questions like what, which, who, whom, whose, when, and where. So what we have tried to do is, instead of giving the simple filters based on columns and columns, we have added a lot of context. So say, if you want to answer questions like which is the worst salesperson in Arizona for last year, for example, or if you want to have comparison question like what is the cost of goods for XYZ product in Arizona versus Arkansas. So it understands the context. We have tried to bring in as much human query interpretation and human language context that is possible. By default, it should work out of the box with the knowledge that is pre-built and supplied with the system. We'll keep on augmenting it from time to time. But yes, there are certain business lingos which are, say, popular in your organization, like products can be called items also, and categories also, and line of business also, for example. So there is a capability for you to enhance the knowledge base that is given along with the system as well. So yes, we'll discuss more about that a little later. And now let me share my screen to you, and hope this is visible to everyone. Yeah.
Yes, we can see
So
that.
this is a Smarten interface. It is hosted out of AWS. I'll log in with my credentials. And I can see, what I see is just a simple Google bar. Say I can, let me see, I have my sales data, demo data into the system now. So it is a data about USA and various states data. And say it immediately understands gross sales is the important element that I have in my data. And it shows Washington is doing much better than, say, for example, Kentucky in this case. So it has understood the context of geo places. It has auto determined the important column, that is gross sales in this case, and it has given me the best fit visualization. So say, let me do sales in Arizona last year for bakery, for example, little bit complex one. So you see the type ahead questions as well. So it's 1.62 million. And if I want to understand translation of how my query has been interpreted, because that transparency is important as well. So you can see last year was year 2020, and bakery was chosen from the product category, as you can see here, right? Or say, let me do Christmas 2020 in Arizona, for example. What was the sales in Christmas 2020 in Arizona, for example? So it says 222K. Christmas falls on 25th December. System has automatically identified the context and given me the right result. Or say, for example, we have included a lot of others. Say, I can see that's a Indian Hindu festival, Diwali, and it changes every year as we know. So last year was 2020, 14 November to 16 November, and it has given me the result for Diwali 2020. Now let me show you, say, simple query like sales in Arizona. Yeah. Yeah. Now let me break it down by, say, years. So there is a lot of interactive drill down sort of capabilities that are provided as well. So it has given me the year-wise sales. Let me break it further by the products, for example, right? So it has brought in, I can see this was my sale of alcoholic drinks for all 4 years, 2020 being the highest one. Or I can see my sales in alcoholic drinks and fruit juices was significantly better than others in year 2020. I can also say change the visualization as well. So you can see this is the product category wise breakup for the 4 years data that I have in the system. Now, let me ask a little bit more intelligent question. Say, who sold the most bakery in Arizona, for example? So it automatically understands who means I'm looking for some person, and Wong Paul is someone who sold the most bakery. It gives me some comparison as well. Or let me do something like most selling bakery items in Arizona. So this is actually more intelligent than it looks, because bakery is my product category and I'm looking for my items within bakery. We are seeing most cookies doing much better than cakes, and as you can see, it has picked up the product category and products within that, translated items as a product name automatically to give me this answer. Or I can say, what category is selling the most in Arizona, for example. So it's a bakery is the most selling category. Or I can even have the ranking type of question. Who is the worst salesperson in Arizona, for example? So as you can see, I mean, there is a lot of human language context which is been answered by the system here, you know. So Daniel Smith is far worse than, say, others I have in my team. I can also do some comparisons, say Arizona versus Arkansas, for example. How am I doing if I'm doing, say, state by state comparison? So Arkansas is doing much better than Arizona. Gross sales is the most important element I have, and it has picked that up. Or I can say by product category. How am I doing by different product categories among these two states I have? Yeah, and of course I can do drill down, and now I will see cities with Arkansas and all that stuff. Yeah, so I can go back to my original view. It also understands a lot of aggregation operations as well. So for example, average sales size in Arizona versus Arkansas, for example. Yeah, so Arizona average ticket size is much more than Arkansas. If I want, I can say break down by product category as well to see how my product category wise average ticket is working out among two states, you know. So yeah, I mean what you can ask is possibilities are unlimited, and yes, I mean it will give you most of the cases it will give you the appropriate answers you are looking for, and you can play around with breakdown views and ranks and other stuff that has been given with this simple interface. You can explore the object further. You can save that object, use it in your dashboards or any other reporting components and stuff as well. Now let me just play around with, say for example, I have my COVID data, for example, confirmed versus recovered cases this year, for example. This is the data for India. One second, yeah. Yeah, so this is the confirm uh, and say if I want, I can have the breakdown by months as well. And I will see 2021's month-wise data. It has given me the tabular view. I can change it to, say, for example, this view. I can see April is highest, and then March, and then February, and so on. We all know this stuff. Yeah. So let me try, say for example, which is the state with highest recovered cases, for example. Yeah. So obviously there is a Maharashtra leading the pack here, and if I say, for example, I want to do the bottom ranking as well, I have all those controls available here, and Lakshadweep being on the bottom one. Or let me see, for example, Delhi versus Maharashtra. Right, and it's confirmed. But say I want to look at, say, discharge cases, I can change those columns and other stuff as well. Or let me look at recovered cases by states, for example. Yeah, so you see Maharashtra is the highest recovered states, and some of the other, let me say today, what's the scenario today? Sorry, I don't have data for today because we load it EOD every day. So let me say yesterday, for example. Yeah, so this was the position I had yesterday by different states, and then I can also give, say for example, confirm versus recovered by states. So I can see the comparison of how many cases are confirmed and how many have recovered so far. I can see that here, and say for example, if I want to change this to, say for example, bubble would make more sense here. For example, I can do that as well. So higher the bubble is more confirm, and size of the bubble is more discharge. So this is, say for example, confirm is not so high, but recovery is very good. So Tamil Nadu is, say for example, doing much better than other states. We see same thing with Kerala, for example. So yes, I mean, there are. This was the basic overview, as you guys can see here, and yes, so this is only point is this is not just a column filter sort of a NLP. This is the NLP with a lot of human context that is given to the way humans communicate. Yes, Drupal, we can see month-on-month incremental as well. You don't expect to have the complex UDDC expressions to be resolved in the NLP engine, but you can always create those columns like month-over-month percentage increase or something, and use that in the front end. So yes, it is possible, but you will have to configure the data sets based on that. Uday Maliaji, how did it know it was COVID in the question? As that was not, I did not clearly understand the question, but you can configure various data sets that you have in your system to enable that for NLP, and you can select the data set that you want to query on, and you can ask the questions based on that. Yes, months were arranged alphabetically and not month-wise, and yes, there can be a sorting options which we would introduce over the period of time. But right now, it is just giving the alphabetical view, and we will be adding those sort of ranking by say month order and stuff in time to come. Mr. Osman, Arabic language, no, right now it is for English, and we don't have any plan to introduce other languages that may come in future, but right now it is for the English language. Any other questions?
Yeah, I think there are some questions coming
in the chat.
Chat also. Okay, let's.
Okay, so there is
I'll just read
Tusharji, how much MB of data can be uploaded? So this is nothing but the data set you have in Spartan. So it can be in MBs, it can be in gigas. There are no technical limitations on how much data you can upload. But yes, then obviously the performance and sizing and other work will come. Drupalji, it will work with a single data set and not across the multiple data set. If you want to do that, you can always use SSDP to merge two data sets and use one common data set in the front end. And that's a pretty much standard practice we have to follow, especially when we have SSDP in place. Shyamal Shah, in case users write common short forms like average instead of average, can NG? Yes, we have the abbreviations, we have the phonetics, we have the synonyms. There is a huge library which has been pre-installed, and if you want to extend it with your own lingo as well, one can do that. Yeah. Chirag Patel is asking, will it be hosted or on-premise deployment? Yeah, Smarten provides both the options. You can host it on-premise, you can host it on cloud. It is already available on AWS Marketplace. But yes, choice of deployment is with you. You can select whatever way of deployment you want as far as Smarten server is concerned. Vivek Kumar Gandharva, possible to enable voice commands like Google Assistant? Yes, it is possible. We have not done that yet, but that's a small bit. We may be doing that in the future version to come. So you will just be able to speak your question and you will get answer. But yes, that is something that is going to come. Drupalji, yes, admin can enable the data set they want for the NLP, and you will find those details in the administration manual and other manuals that we will provide upon the release. Sushant Nayak, is there an Excel format available while uploading? Yes, you can create a data set from Excel as well, CSV, JSON, any database or any enterprise system such as SAP R3, and you can create a data set from that and use it in the NLP. Yeah, Dipti, I think I just answered your question. There are dozens more, plenty of data sources which can be connected. Data sets can be designed and they can be they can be available for NLP as well as other analytics functions that we have in system. Right now there is no native mobile app available, but Jai Rathod is asking this. But yes, system is adaptive, system is responsive, and you can pretty much use it from your mobile browser as well. Amit Shah, can it handle data from multiple tables, queries, subqueries? Yes, as far as you have created a data set using multiple joins or subqueries or stored procedures or whatever you have used in the backend. Once you have the data set, you can enable that from for NLP and any other analytics functions that we may have. Yeah. Any other questions which I have not answered so far, Arbuda?
I
No.
think in chat sections, I think there are a couple of questions are there. So
Okay.
I just speak that question and yeah we can. So okay, Suketu bhai asking, does it differentiate between bigger, larger, largest, mostly biggest? So that's the question.
Sorry, 1 second. Let me go through the questions in chat myself, so it's easier.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Suketu bhai. Okay, how it will, okay. Okay. How to integrate, Jayendra ji is asking how to integrate it with RDBMS like Oracle MySQL is extra. Yes, I mean, you can integrate with any database. You can integrate with enterprise applications such as SAP. You can integrate with file systems such CSV, Excel, JSON, and many other format. You can bring in data from HDFS or Amazon S3 or your server file systems and use that to prepare your data set. Yeah. Yes, confirm versus cure. Yes, scatter chart can be a better representation because it is it is a two measure dia. I mean, it may come in recommendation, but yes, you can always switch over to other visualization if you need to. How does NLP see? That's a nice question. How does NLP respond if it does not understand the question? See, most of the time it will pick up at least some token and display you something. The reason we have given explainer is to give you the interpretation of how NLP engine is interpreting your queries. And if it is totally bonkers, system doesn't understand anything, then it will say no data found, or you can try the query again, or some that sort of a message. Jayendra ji, I mean, I can't have the multiple data source integration to be taken care of in this presentation, because focus was on NLP. But yes, one of my colleague Pradeep or Arbuda will get back to you, and we can have another session with you, or you can also have a look at a lot of videos and past webinar recordings that we have on our website to show you the integration capabilities that we have. Yes. Suketu sir, yes, it will understand bigger, larger, largest, and all those synonyms. It will also understand the ranking sort of keywords like highest, lowest, and other keywords as well. And if there are any synonyms, which most of the times it should be able to pick up the synonyms from the libraries we have. But if not, you can always extend it. So we have provided that flexibility to you. Amit ji, yes, it can certainly be used in SAP HANA. We have a connector with both R3 and HANA, and you can bring in data and enable NLP from SAP HANA as well. Data forecasting, that's not the scope of this webinar, Jayendra ji, but yes, as I said earlier, one of my colleague will get back to you on that, and you can also have a look at a lot of videos and webinars we have on our website. So there is a Suketu bhai question is right. How does it select the graph types or visualizations? So this is a smart visualization engine which is selecting the best fit visualization based on data type, dimensions, type of columns, and other parameters. So most of the time it will give the best fit visualization for your data and result set that you may have. Hitenji, very valid question. How difficult it is to add the customer industry nomenclature? So that's the reason we have provided the features in the backend to improve your vocabulary. Like I gave the example that some companies they may call the product items or categories or line of business or whatever. So you can incorporate your vocabulary into the system if you want to extend on top of what we have provided. DG is asking what's the scope in smart cities. I think if smart cities objective is to democratize the use of analytics, not only in the hands of business makers, but the people who are actually the beneficiary of smart city systems, not only the backend people. I think NLP is one of the best way to democratize the use of analytics. You don't need any training. You don't need to go through complex menu navigations or any training. And what you need to do is just ask question like Google and you will get answers. So yes, it can be used in any case where you need to democratize the use of analytics without giving extensive training and overcoming the barriers of skills and training and stuff. Shamal Sah, impressive Yes, thank you for the kind words, and we will keep on inventing and do the best that we can. Yes, you were part of our team, and we are proud of the great work we have done together. Is this only for the reporting? Amit Shah is asking. I didn't get the question so well, but yes, in the first slide, like I said, Smarten is not only about reporting, it is about the predictive modeling as well, and especially the predictive modelings in the hands of business users who are not the data scientists. So we call that as a journey towards citizen data scientist, transformation of your users to citizen data scientist. And that's what the real differentiator we have as far as Smarten is concerned. Thank you, Suketu Bhai. Is there any possibilities of executing the transaction? I didn't understand that, Amit. Maybe you can email us on that and we'll try to answer that. DG, thank you. And yes, any other
Yeah,
questions?
I
One or
think
two
We
Kapil.
have.
questions in Q&A.
Yeah.
Okay, let me have a look. Uh, Rupal Rathod is asking, does NLP work in user section also? Or no, absolutely. I mean, it is for the users. It is available in any user who is a BI user would, you don't need additional license for that and will be able to use NLP. And also we have provided the API integration as well. So say if you have your CRM or intranet application and you just want to enable the search bar within your application, you can very well do that with a easy to integrate API that we have. Then Pranati Mohanty, is there any way to use it for heavy engineering? Say here, I mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean, as far as Smarten is concerned, it's pretty much the horizontal application. I mean, we have customers ranging from BFSI to consumer goods to pharma to manufacturing industries. And as far as the specific business language or industry terms and other stuff is concerned, that can be pretty much enhanced over the period of time. So yes, you can bring in any data from any application, from any domain, and you will be able to apply it for NLP or any other functions which we have. Mr. Osman, we would be releasing it in as part of version 5.2, Smarten version 5.2. Thank you, Binoy, for your good remarks. We appreciate your support as well. Chirag Patel, how is text analytics? I think text analytics is a different domain. I mean, there is some very heavy text NLP related API work which has been implemented in this, but yeah, text analytics is a different domain, and that's not. It is a part of NLP, and there is a lot of things related to text analytics that has gone in the backend. But yes, text analytics on its own is a different domain, so we will address it some other day. Yeah. Any other questions which I have missed?
I think one question from Jayendraji. Can we save query data in various graph format like SVG?
Yeah, absolutely. You can save any of these object, whether it's a cross tab or KPI or a visualization. You can use it in dashboards. You can use it as standalone objects. So like any other Smarten feature, it is a highly reusable architecture that is in place as well. Thank you, Pranati ji. Any other questions? 5.2 should be released sometime in 4 to 6 weeks time from now, Rupal. AI is a very broad term, Amit ji. Yeah, so I mean, machine learning, AI, predictive analytics is all. So if you can tell me any specific use case of AI looking for, I can answer that. But yes, lot of internal work in terms of machine learning, and stuff has gone into this. Thank you, Chetan bhai, for your good remarks. Thank you. Yes, a lot of predictions, auto insights, auto recommendations of algorithm is part of our assisted predictive modeling that we have, and that has been available in different aspects of the different system. And in fact, we are working on the auto insights as well, where a lot of insights would and a lot of uh, predictive based data transformation would happen automatically into the system, and that is something which is which we are currently working on. Any other questions? Arbuda, have I? Yeah, anybody please still have few more minutes. If you have any questions, we would be very happy to answer your questions.
Yes, and we can see there are a lot of compliments for this smarter NLP search, clickless analytics. Thank you all. Thank you for your kind words. And we have tried to address all the questions, but in case if we have missed any,
Yeah, please
we will
please do email us, and we will
get
be
in
very
touch with
happy to
you.
get back to you. Yes. Thank you, Nilesh bhai. Thank you for your good remarks, and we are looking forward to work with you and Hunar Tech team to take it to the whole ecosystem that we have in front of us. Thank you.
And thank you all the attendees for making this very successful. It was
Thank you,
really
Chirag bhai.
nice answering questions and making it very interactive.
Yeah, so we just wait for a couple of minutes more. We close at 3:40. So yeah, any questions? Even if you still have some questions after this presentation, feel free to get in touch with us. We would be happy to review that and get back to you. If required, we will arrange one-on-one presentation with you as well. So yeah, you guys are most welcome. Okay, so I think we have pretty much exhausted all the questions.
Right.
Yeah, Suketu bhai, maybe you have any question, you have raised hand, let me know, we can answer that. Are UI enhancement and customization possible? So like if you say I don't know what is UI enhancement, but yes, I mean, this is the system that works out of the box. So if you are looking to say put in your UI control into what we have, that's not possible. But yes, you can embed it into other third-party applications. Like I said, we have a very strong API for embedding as well as SSO and other integration. So yeah, you can always do that integration. Okay, so I guess this is 3:40 now, and thank you everybody for your time. We had a good session, and I look forward to receive any other feedback or questions that you may have, and maybe we will have some exciting announcement in time to come as well. So yeah, would appreciate if you can join us in our other webinars as well. And yeah, thank you everybody for your time. I hope all of you and your families and colleagues are staying safe, and all the best. And yes, thank you for all the support. We'll see you in next webinar. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank
Thank
you
Have a
you.
all.
great
Thank
day.
you for joining. Have a great day. We
Thank
can
you.
see a lot of pricing related questions. Me or my colleague would get in touch with you. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, but bottom line is you don't need to buy any additional licenses to have the NLP capabilities. Any BI user would be able to have access to the NLP queries and stuff. So yeah, as far as existing customers and partners are concerned, there is no additional licensing for the NLP capabilities that we have introduced.
Thank you, Deepti. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you everybody. Have a great day. Stay safe, and we'll see you next webinar. Thank you so much.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you.